complaining. I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day, take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the night.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Right, 52.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over total yards. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Fitzpatrick. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have down. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 23-yard line. Right 80! 52 right here. 34.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. After the run, Newton going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked.
Alert 3. Check 4. Check 4. Check.
On second and goal, Fitzpatrick. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Heck, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and take it to the house for a Miami touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So,
true. So
back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Colts have it. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa. Bad move. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd and 9, Newton, he's got a first down past the 30. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Bang, bang, bang.
Now it's Mack, draw play, and he'll go down at the 28. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. They'll run here with Mack. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me express. '43 is the mic. Express. Check, 43.
Back to throw, Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, but now it's 3rd and goal. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Express. Switch.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Emmanuel Agba with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
48, 8. Gotta do better.
They snap it to Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That goes for a gain of 31. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's second down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Typically down in the first half, I might say, well, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. It's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Newton. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we were grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fitzpatrick. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
8, 20. He's checking. Crash. Slam. Tighten up.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Greg. 43's the mic.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big throw right there. They need plenty of those.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Hey, 4 down.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. A beautiful fake. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
8.
On 2nd and 7, Newton, he's going to go up top, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Colts are able to cut into this lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fitzpatrick now from the 50 to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Wilson's got it complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Fitzpatrick now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. On first and 10, Newton. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Kyle Van Noy. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Gun. Switch.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check 31. 8. That's rock now.
To throw is Newton. Steps, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Taco Charlton gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Taco Charlton, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Here we go. Run the mic. Watch.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep. Oh, wide open, complete. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Marlon Mack. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Now Newton on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
20.
To throw again. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not. And the pressure gets to him again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On first down, Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.